So you got an idea of what is organizing, right? What are we doing? We are either removing what we don't need, which is subtracting, or we are highlighting what we need, uh, or we are looking for a pattern which makes it easy for us, right? So it's all about this. It's all about this together, right? And that is exactly how, in some ways, that is how the birds work. How do they move together? They do it like this. So I will not get into birds today too much. Um, I want to talk more about studying hard versus studying smart. You know, when I was a kid like you, your age, when I was in school, and everybody used to tell me, you know, you have to study hard, Ratnesh. You have to study hard, Ratnesh. And I used to think, oh my goodness, I have to really study hard, study hard. And what I did, I studied hard, right? Because everybody told me to do that. Then when I had finished my school, when I finished my college, when I started doing work and I started exploring, learning a little bit, then I learned this whole thing about that I don't need to study hard. I need to study smart. What does that mean? That means that with a small effort, um, I can learn the same amount. So would you like that to happen to you? For example, if you're learning something and if you're taking, let's say, an hour to learn it. Now, if somebody showed you few ways, or you found out on your own few ways in which what you learned in 1 hour, you can learn it, let's say, in 10 minutes. Will that be great? What do you think?
Yes.
So let's say if you're reading a book, or you're watching a video, or you're listening to a session like I'm doing the session now, and let's say the amount that you got from the book or from the video was, let's say, 5 times more than what you could have gone earlier, then that would be awesome. That would be amazing. Or will you be called smarter? Right?
Yes.
So we call the phone smartphone because it does so many things in so little time. Earlier, we used to take so much time to do the same thing. Now we can do so many things. Why we call it as a smartphone. So it's time we also became a smartphone. What do you think? Yeah, some thoughts. So how can we become smart? What can we do to become smart, or study smart, or learn smartly, or whatever you want to call it? Yeah.
Yeah. So we will be attentive in this session.
No, no, no. I am not going to tell you how you can study smart or learn smartly. I'm not going to tell you that today. In fact,
Okay.
nobody can tell you. What we need to do is we need to discover it ourselves. But first of all, we need to realize that something like that exists, which is why we went through this little exercise. See, was this a smart way of counting fives? Was this even a better way of counting fives? Was this an even better way of counting fives? And I'm sure there are more ways of better ways of counting five. So more than telling you how to do it, because I think each one of you can find your own way of doing it. Let's little explore what are some of the thoughts behind how we can learn smartly. Yeah. So we'll cover some aspects today. I don't, there are many aspects to it. So we will do one session today, and then maybe after a month or so, we will do another, and then we can do another if you are finding value out of these sessions. Yeah. But what I can tell you from my personal experience, that when I started using my mind in a different way, I would be able to learn more. I'll be able to read more. I would be able to grasp more. I'll be able to tell more, write more, and everything was more, like peacocks all around me, right? So that was the beauty of doing it this way. That's when I realized, you know, what did I realize? This was when I was around 30 years old. That's when I realized, oh my goodness, why didn't anybody share this with me when I was a 10-year-old? That would have made so much easier my job of, let's say, if I wanted to study a book or a subject or something. What do you say? Are you excited about it? Have I sold you enough? The whole art of understanding how your brain works. So what we are basically going to do is we are basically going to understand how our brain works so that we can help our brain uh, learn better or learn more, right? That's the whole idea. Okay, so let's move ahead, right? Um, when I was a kid, a lot of emphasis was on memorization, that I need to know a lot of, I need to memorize a lot of things, formulas, tables, lots of things, spellings. I used to get dictations in my school. I don't know if any one of you have had dictations in your school. And I used to hate them. I used to not like dictation. I used to get 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, right? And I was horrible at it, right? Um, but when you realize that the whole idea of learning is not necessarily about memorization, in fact, memorization is the least important thing. One is obviously what is more important is that we understand some things, and but even more important and equally important to understanding is to organize something. Now, what is this organizing? If you are wondering, let's move ahead. Okay. Let us say, okay, let us go back. Wait. Let us say any part of your house which is organized, which you say, oh, this part of my house is very organized. Which part of your house is organized? Is your cupboard organized? Is your room organized? Is your kitchen organized? Which part of your house is, or the whole house is organized?
The place where I keep my beam is organized.
Okay, Shrishti's game place is organized. Yeah, Shreya's room is organized. Is your kitchen organized? Does your mom or dad keep the kitchen and you all keep the kitchen very organized?
Yes, kitchen and books.
Kitchen and books is organized. Is your clothes cupboard organized? Do you
Not
have
that much as my books are.
to keep all your shirts in one place, pants in one place, and sweaters in one place, and tracks in one place? Krishna is saying his room is organized, maybe all your toys in one place, and yeah. So when you organize something, first of all, why do you organize? Go ahead, come on, Mike, share why.
Find whatever I want easily.
So you want to find easily, okay? Fine, let me write that down.
I want to keep it, hygienic because I don't want to get it dirty and all stuff. Like it'll be like all lizards. If it's dirty, many things, many insects and all will come inside. If it's hygienic, it'll be like clean and all.
Okay, though we are not necessarily talking about
And not to
cleaning.
waste time.
Not to waste time. So find easily, okay, keep hygienic, keep it neat, not waste time. So how do you save time?
By keeping it organized and maintaining it.
Okay. What else? So I've written here on the slide, find easily, neat, waste time. What else? What else? Why else do you organize? Is there any other reason you organize your room or your cupboard?
It looks appealing.
Pardon, looks appealing, looks good. Okay, looks good. Okay, what else?
Things are on your fingertips, so you can just reach out and grab your stuff if it's organized.
Right. So that's like find easily or not waste time. Yeah. But there's some more benefits. Think a little more. If things are organized, what else happens?
I think when it's
Then
organized,
Maybe one at a
we can
time.
think easily. We can think easily, so there won't be distractions.
Okay, think easily. Okay, no distractions. Okay. What else? What else? Somebody else was also saying.
I think your mind, when you see things that which, for example, there's a table and all stationaries, notebooks, everything is organized. When you look at it, actually, your mind is also organized, and whatever things you need to do, you can just quickly do it. So it's like organized in your mind also. So like it's good for getting ideas and that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What else? Is there any other benefit?
No.
Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose if your things are organized, let's say if your cupboard is organized and you have t-shirts in one place and jeans in one place, and then when you open your cupboard to pick up a t-shirt, you see your jeans pile is going down. Da, 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 da. It has only very little in it, maybe one jeans in it. What comes to your mind immediately?
Go and buy some new jeans.
Ah, dad, mom, we need to buy jeans, right? So it helps us see what is missing, what we need. Does that help you like that? What is missing? What do we need? Because if it's not
And
organized, I
it
don't
also
need.
helps in what we don't need.
Ah, absolutely. So we know what is missing, what we need, and what we don't need. Yeah. Okay. Also, when things are organized, let's say all your stationery, how somebody was saying, all my stationery is there. When you're doing something, because everything else is in front of you, you're able to come up with ideas. Oh, let me use this today. Let me try this today. Let me use. So now you have more. Let's say if you're doing painting and all your colors are organized, you're able to choose different colors. So it gives you more options. Does it give you more options?
Yes.
Yeah, if your all colors are mumble jumble, you can't even see them. Some are buried below, then how will you use them?
Hmm.
Not that you cannot use them, you can still use them, but does it make it easier to get more ideas, get more options? Yeah, so that is what organizing does. It gives us more options. If I open my kitchen cupboard of spices and all my spices bottles are nicely labeled, then I can suddenly say, today let me try cinnamon in the tea, or today let me try cardamom in the tea, or something like that. I don't know what all. Or maybe you're making a cake, you can sprinkle some cardamom on top of it. Why? Because when you open the cupboard, the cardamom is there saying, yeah, use me, use me, use me. Right? So that's the whole idea. If all our things are organized, we get more ideas. We know what we need. We know what we don't need. We are able to think easily. We are able to find things easily. It looks good. We feel good. So many benefits. Now, your cupboard is organized. Your kitchen is organized. Your room is organized. Is your mind organized? Tell me. Think about it. Tell me, is your mind organized? Yes, no, maybe. Three options.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
For me, my mind is, yeah, same thing. Sometimes yes and sometimes no.
And how do you know it is organized and how do you know it is not
Like,
organized?
I don't know, but I feel
Yeah.
sometimes organized. I don't feel sometimes organized.
Ah.
Like, sometimes I'll be prepared, but sometimes I won't.
Okay, yeah, okay. So preparation is one thing. Yeah, so in that case, if you're preparing, let's say for a travel and you make a whole checklist and then you start packing your suitcase using the checklist, then in some way your mind is organized.
And
Because
if I don't put a checklist, then I'll be worrying constantly. Did I forget something? Blah blah blah.
did I put the pen? Did I put the pen with the cap? Did I put the pen with the cap with the pencil? And so on.
When things are organized, I think even your mind is organized.
That I'm not sure. Things are a little different, but yeah, so things may help your mind, but there is a large, see, you are reading, looking at so many things every day. There's so much of information that is coming in your mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every day you're watching videos, you're reading books, you're listening to people. There is so much happening around you. Your mind is getting like, imagine there are 10,000 things being dumped in your mind every single day, or if not 10,000, at least 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now if you're not organizing them, then this is like, you collect everything and then you dump everything, all your kitchen utensils, all your masalas, all your potatoes, tomatoes, all in one heap in the middle of the kitchen. Will that be neat? Will that be organized? Will that be helpful? But we do that with our thoughts. We could be doing with our thoughts. We're just putting them dump. So imagine your your mind is like a dumping ground, or my mind is like a dumping ground, and I'm just putting. But if I'm not organizing, well, then there is a problem. So the good news is that your mind does organize itself. It is not like you are not organized. It is not that you are fully organized. Are you with me? So somebody said, I prepare a checklist for my suitcase. Isn't that being organized? Yeah, that is being organized. So, so it's not that you are not organized. So somebody said, maybe, I saw some maybes. I like these maybes because then we are saying, yeah, maybe let me look inside me. Maybe I am organized. Yeah, what do you think? Are you organized? Are you not organized? Or are you little bit organized?
Organized in some, not
Sometimes yes,
organized in
sometimes no.
few.
Okay, so at least you're getting the idea of what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, okay. Let's move ahead. So you got the idea of what is organizing, right? So yeah, so why is our kitchen organized? So there, I have a picture of it also. So we know that we can understand things better. We can know what all options we have. We can find it quickly, right? Also, a lot of organizing is all in our mind. When you see some clouds, do you start seeing, does your mind organize the clouds and say, oh, I see a man there, or I see a donkey there? Does that happen to you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you look at clouds? Do you look at it sometimes?
Rarely.
It often.
No, I look at it rarely because I'll be busy playing.
Okay. Just one moment. Just give me a moment. Okay. So which is better? Tell me. There's a little picture on the.
The down picture is nice.
Why?
It looks nice.
Because
Because there
the
are two,
mother
it
is
looks
leading the
like two
fishes.
Because it's organized.
Because it's organized. Okay.
Because there are two, it looks like there are two fishes.
So the little fishes have organized themselves, and look what they can do when they're organized. They feel stronger than the bigger fish. Okay, so let's move ahead quickly. Okay, so the whole idea is that can we organize our thoughts, and that can be very useful. Yeah, when we organize our thoughts. Okay. So how do we organize? So let's quickly, okay, I'm running a little late or running a little slow today in terms of time. So one way to learn organizing is to learn from how, let's say, any place is organized. So we will take the example of a supermarket. I'm sure all of you have been to a supermarket, right? And is a supermarket a very organized place?
Yes.
And why do they organize it?
So we can find things and it makes it attractive to us.
Okay, and how do they organize it? Okay, and how do they organize it? How does the supermarket organize? Tell me some of the things that you know that this is how a supermarket is organized. Let's learn from a
sort
supermarket.
things.
Sorry?
This sort things are sorted, things are labeled, things are categorized in different departments.
Oh, okay. You have to said all the points. You said things are organized, things are sorted, and things are labeled.
Labeled.
Yeah, three things. Things are sorted or categorized. Okay, two things actually. These things are sorted and categorized, and things are labeled. And what else? What else do they do?
Like they're packed together, like they're organized.
Yeah. So how do they organize? They categorize it. Milk products will be in one place. In the milk products, do you find a shoe polish?
No.
No, not in the same rack. Next to the milk products, do you find shoe polish? No. There is shoe
No,
polish is in a
it'll be
different.
shoe polish will be the shoes.
Yeah. Okay. So they organize it, they categorize it, they put it all together, they put some labels. Do they only put labels or do they put something else to easily attract you? What else do they put? Yeah.
They
So
put,
they, sorry.
they put colorful things to make it attractive.
Okay. Achalesh was saying something.
Discounts, deals.
Discounts and deals. Okay, but that's a more marketing trick. We are right now not talking about the marketing part. We're talking about how have they organized the supermarket to make it easy for you to shop. So they have categorized it, they have labeled it, and what else they have done? Do they put visuals? Clear visuals to tell you, oh, here is what. So if they put a sign of a milk bottle, you know, oh, all the milk products will be there. If they put a sign of a cloth, then you know all clothes will be there. If they put a sign of a toothbrush, then you know, oh, all my toothbrush, toothpaste will be there. That don't they work like that?
They work like that.
Yeah.
They also put arrows and signs to tell you where to go for each product.
Sorry, come again.
They also put arrows and signs.
Yes, arrows and sign. Yeah. And do they put, when you go to buy, let us say you go to buy bread, next to bread, would it make sense to put, let's say, jam, and next to that put butter? Does it make sense
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
And if you're buying toothbrush, next to toothbrush, do they put toothpaste?
Paste.
Yeah. And maybe next to it soaps?
Yes.
And where you go for to pick up detergents, do they put next to that scrubbers? Yeah. So do they do like that? Do they put related things together? Right.
Even Ratnesh, even like they put like in bigger supermarkets, they
Mhm.
put maps.
Maps. Yes. So that is the last point in my list. Guidance. Right? They guide us how to find things. They put maps, they put arrows. You already said arrows. So if you want to organize your any information, any thoughts, this is what we need to do. We need to put it in categories. We need to see what is related to what. We need to put them in visual form. Do you like seeing pictures or do you like reading first? If you see a page in which there is a picture and there is a text, what do you do first? Do you
Picture first.
picture first? Why picture first?
It looks more attractive.
It looks more attractive. So your brain, what you're telling me is your brain likes pictures. Okay, so when we have to organize our thoughts, we just follow the same principles. What do? We put our thoughts in categories. We put related stuff together. We put it in visuals. We make small, quick labels. Not we don't have to. Do they write all the milk products that you need are available here, or they just write milk products? What do they do?
Milk product.
Yeah, just milk products. Is that enough to tell you the whole thing, or do they have to write a whole paragraph there?
No, we can just put milk products, then we'll understand.
Yes. And finally, there can be some kind of guidance as to how do I reach there. So if you are thinking about, let's say you are reading a book, okay, or let's say you are watching a movie about dinosaurs or anything that you are doing, okay. If you sit with a little, let's say, notepad, and if you start picking up the information as the movie is going on or as the book is going on, you start making little drawings, you start putting related thoughts together, you start categorizing all the information that is coming. Let us say you are reading about coronavirus, so all the information which is related to each other, precautions that we need to take, you put them together. What coronavirus, how does it spread, you put that information together. What is a virus, all that information you put together. Does that make sense? Now are we like a supermarket? Are we putting things in neat categories and making little visuals, writing keywords there, here and there, and putting a little map out there as to what all I have understood today? Does that make sense? So what we are saying is, can we convert our mind into a supermarket, or rather a supermind? Or a
No, not, but we can, convert like different type of things in our mind, like our imaginations of
Wait,
particular
wait, wait,
thing we
wait.
can prepare.
We are not yet talking about there. Imagination will come when all the stuff that we need is there. Yes, imagination is important, but we are not talking about imagination. We're talking whatever is happening, whether it's imagination, whether it's something that I'm reading, whether it's something that I'm watching. Can I
Yeah, but it
organize it
can.
in my mind? Can I organize it? Right now, the important part is, would you like to organize? If you would like to organize, so you will say, how do I organize? I'll say, learn from a supermarket, or learn from your kitchen, or learn from anywhere where things are organized.
Actually, our minds can be organized like of preparation, because like tomorrow we're going to do that.
Yeah, that is, wait, Krishna, that is an
Today we're going to do this.
application of being organized. Right now, we are not talking about how do we apply it. We will apply it later. We will come to that. Right now, we're just thinking about what we are receiving. Can I organize it? What is coming in? It's like if you got 50 things from your from the market and you just dump them in the kitchen, that wouldn't help you to cook. But if you organized everything, one goes in one cupboard, vegetables goes in one place, spices go in one place, you know, cutlery goes in one place, then it will be easier for you to apply it. In the same way, when our mind receives information from anywhere, when you are reading, when you are watching, when you are talking, when you are, what else do you do? Whatever you do, when you're going for a walk, you can organize what you see on a walk. Let's say I go on a walk, I can see birds, I can see trees, I can see what trees they are. So I start organizing my information. And when I am able to organize, then all those things happen that you talked about. I can find it more easily. I don't have to memorize it. I can find it more easily. I can use it better. It is easy to, it is not just easy. I get more information. I get all the related information together and so on. So I'm able to get more just by organizing myself a little more than what I'm normally used to. What do you say? Let me pause here. Now, your thoughts, your questions. So what are you thinking? Are you thinking, okay, this is all right, but how do I do it? Is that what you are thinking?
Can you explain guidance?
Can I explain?
Guidance.
Guidance. Ah, ha, ha, ha. So like in your supermarkets, how do they guide you? How do they guide you so that you find what you need? Who was asking? Nidhi was asking. Nidhi, tell me, how do they guide you in a supermarket? Somebody was saying they make arrows. Do they have arrows? Go there for clothes. Go there for this.
Yeah.
Right. So imagine on a paper, I am writing, I'm reading about what topic? Let's take a topic. What were you reading about yesterday, Nidhi?
I was.
Yeah. Anything that you were reading about yesterday or anything that you were watching or
Yeah,
any?
I'm reading about composition of matter.
Come again. Can you repeat that?
Composition of matter.
Composition of matter.
Atoms, molecules.
Ah, atoms. Okay, so let us say Nidhi was learning about atoms, right? So let's say you write down the word atoms, but more than writing down, you would also draw them, right? So let us say I start drawing. Okay, so I will write and then I will say, these are my atoms. Do they look like that? Maybe somewhat. And then I draw an arrow and I say, when you think of atoms, what comes to your mind?
Really small balls.
Small. So let's say really small comes to my mind. right? What else comes to your mind?
For me, molecules.
Okay, so many atoms like this forms molecules. Are you able to see my screen? Now, what are these arrows doing? Just like the arrows in the supermarket, they are guiding my mind. Now, my mind is with this very small, did I make a small map of what Nidhi learned yesterday? A very small, right? But is this map is a way for me to understand, okay, this is a lot of these small things, they become, all of these will become molecules. Yeah. And then I'm sure you read lots. So imagine you started with a blank sheet and you started making these small little supermarket of matter in your mind, right? You started collecting, oh, this is this information. You started making small words here, started making little drawings, squiggles, doodles, started making arrows here to there. So what are you doing? You are categorizing information, you are relating it to each other, you are adding little pictures, you are adding little labels. See, I did not write the whole sentence, atoms are very small in size. No, I just wrote small. Is that good enough? Will I remember that? Is it enough for me to tell what atoms are? They are very small or they are tiny? So Shreya is asking, so how do I do it? So I would, before we get on to how, which we will get on maybe some other time, I want you to try doing it yourself. Create your own how. If you understand that, oh, I need to organize, and how I need to organize, we just now discussed it, right? How we need to organize, that's all. We need to have categories. We need to put things together which are related, connect them together with whatever one is related to others. So keep it together. Make some guidance arrows, make some labels, draw some visuals. Visuals is very important. We talked about that. We don't have to write long sentences, just one word. It's like when you go out of your house, all of you, do you carry the house with you or do you carry a key? What do you carry? You just carry a key, right? So labels are just like keys. We just need few keys and we can remember everything else. So we just write the very key words. Does that make sense? So in this presentation, I have also things about how we can do it and so on. But I think let's not hurry into me showing you how, because if you guys open a blank page when you are watching something today, when you're reading something today, when you're doing a topic today, and start making your own little artwork of it, literally a artwork which is full of categories, which is making things, you are yourself drawing your arrows, you are making your own labels, you are making your own visuals, then you will start making your own way of organizing, which your brain likes. How's that idea? Would you like to try it? More than me telling you how, would you like to create your own how? Because your brain can do that.
Yes.
What do you say? Shreya is saying it's a brilliant idea to organize my thoughts, but I'm a bit stuck. So here you are. So if you want, just copy these 5 words. Or if you don't want to copy these 5 words, don't copy them. Just think about supermarket. And now onwards, whenever you think of supermarket, you will be thinking of categories, you'll be thinking of visuals, you'll be thinking of little signboards that they put, clothes here, milk here, you know, like the chocolates here, okay? And then you will also be thinking, how do I put related things? When I go to buy baking soda, next to it, they have put cocoa powder also. They know you are going to bake a cake, you will need the cocoa powder, and next to it, vanilla essence, and next to it, they put the baking tins. Don't they do like that? And just like that, you can do in your mind. You can put all the related thoughts together, put little labels, put little arrows to guide yourself. And that's it. That sheet that you have made is your organized. And when you organize it on paper, it gets organized in the mind. Just like your checklist, which you were going to travel, Krishna. You're talking about the checklist. Yes, checklist is also a way to organize. That's one way to organize. There are possibly about 1,000 different ways to organize. So I'm not going to tell you any or many. You can discover them as you go along. As I said, possibly you're using it already. Like the checklist you are already using. But we can make it more visual, more interesting, and more learning from supermarkets. What do you say? Okay, so I will pause here. Now over to you all and Aditya Aunty.
Yes. So what I was thinking is that we all take a quick 5 minutes and maybe organize whatever we have learned or whatever things came in your mind or whatever you have heard or whatever you have would like to do the action point about studying smart. Okay, so if you have to now organize your mind for studying smart, what are the things would you like to put? So maybe we will take few minutes and try quickly right now and then show on the video that this is where we are, so we know where the group is. Yeah, so Shishri, we are just closing the with our notes on the organizing. So before we close, let's quickly organize what we have learned or whatever we have, or what would we like to take from this session?
Are we writing them down? Hello. Am I audible?
Did you get what I'm saying? If you have any question, you can ask in the chat window or come on the mic. And take 2 minutes and then we'll have sharing and then we will close it.